That's a perfect cut for the video, but there's still no Scary Dave. Like, it's like I wake up in the morning and the first thing I think about is like, is he coming? It's like Santa Claus! Is Santa Claus coming to town? Is it true? He asks. He already knows the answer. It is. You grab your car keys and wallet, stuffing them into your pockets, and then rise from your chair. Why did this happen? The question roots you in place. You know all too well why. Where do you begin? Can you begin? Fang took something from you. He continues, stepping further into the room and starting you down. I mean, minor mistake. So far, it's been pretty good. That's when everything started going to hell, was it? What was it? He knows enough to ask that question, and not enough to be satisfied with anything but a complete explanation. Go on. Tell him what his big sister did. His role model. The one he shares so many happy memories with. I'm sorry. I don't have the courage to tell you. You spent 18 years building a reputation and earning his respect. How much of it vanished in that instant? At least you're honest about it. He mutters, turning away. I'm working on fixing this. Nasser exits the room before you finish your sentence. Guess he's looking for actions, not words. If there was any chance of you losing motivation before, it's gone now. Both of your kids have lost their faith in you. Oh wait, both of your kids losing their faith in you is not an option. What's this? What are you complaining about, sign request? I literally only use you because someone else tells me to. Tomorrow we'll be deleting your account. Who fucking cares? You step out of your car and look at the complex in front of you. Vocaldera Bluffs Rapid Transit Station. The massive yard bustles with activity from trains and people alike. Passengers and cargo constantly ferried in and out of the station. It's been a while since you've last been here, and its sheer size gives you pause. Maybe it's best that you waited to come here. Going in blind, we were looking like for a needle in a haystack. We already said that. But the connection is a bit tenuous. You can make it work, but this is not how you make that work. You know, that callback to like needles and haystacks and stuff. You enter the building, craning your head over the crowd. Passenger trains, ticket sales, a computer with records. There has to be something like that around here. You slither through the crowd as best you can, considering your stature, following directions on signs that you think may bear fruit. They bring you to what looks like a customer service section. A handful of booths correspondingly staffed, and serving small lines of people separated by transparent dividers. You lean against a pillar a short distance away, taking note of the who and the what's. Particular interest is the open booth furthest to the left, being run by a younger-looking female ankylosaur. She should be the easiest to get sympathy out of, and urgency through, too. Which you'll need, as you doubt they're supposed to be giving away what you're looking for without a warrant. If that didn't require reporting a crime and potentially getting Fang around unarrested, you would have done it in a heartbeat. A few minutes pass, and the line you're watching dissipates. You take the opportunity to walk up before she can call another customer over. Excuse me, you say, lowering your voice and leaning in as close to the divider as you can. My daughter, she's gone missing. I think she was here earlier. Can you check if she got on a train? She seems taken aback at first, but shifts to suspicion. Looks like you're going to have to double down. Sir, we aren't supposed to... Before she can get a thought across, you interrupt, speaking faster than before. She was supposed to show up to graduation earlier today, but she didn't. I went to check up on her apartment. Ooh, he's lying so hard. On Skid Row, when the door was unlocked, it was empty. Completely empty, everything was gone. I don't know where she is. The idea of an unlocked door in Skid Row seems to shock her back to your side. As her eyes widen as she turns over to her computer. It's a bit of an embellishment, but it's more or less true. What's What's her name? She asks hesitantly. To the point. Good. The longer this takes, the more chance it has of going bad. Lucy. Lucy Aaron. She taps the name into the computer and clicks the mouse a few times. Come on. Destination's all I need. Is all you need. Yeah, it's been second person. Why are we suddenly shifting to I? Lucy Aaron. It says she got on today's 7:30 to Hafton. She trills off, realizing she probably shouldn't have said that, but it's too late. Before she can probe you for information, you dip out of the line and straight for an exit. As soon as you are outside of the building, you speed dial Old Castle and head back to your car. Hello? Castle asks through the phone. Castle, Hafton, 7:30 this morning. Your raised heart rate quickening your speech. Well, hell, that's a journey. All right, I'm on it. Meet me outside in front of my house. We'll take your car. Not happening. They'll bug out if they see you. He retorts as you slot the key into the ignition. Response catches your throat. I know what this means to you, but you gotta let me handle it. Damn it. You've done what you can for now, and you've still got more to do. But that'll be when the time is right. You know I can do this. That's why you called me. Okay, just call me if anything happens. First thing. He reassures you and hangs up right after. You check the time. Mid-afternoon. Feels like an entire day has already passed. But there's still half the day left. And all you can do is twiddle your thumbs and wait. How long do these things usually take? A day, a week, a month. You whisper a prayer for the foreman. Dang! Day 8. Work occupied your mind effectively throughout the week. But now the weekend has come, there is little to slow your thoughts. Every day that passes is another day that it can all go wrong for Fag and Aaron. What if something does go wrong? Would Castle tell you if it did? You're certain you can trust him. But the doubt creeps in all the time. There are others to worry about too. Colleagues catching on to your mood at work. Friends wondering where your little girl went. Family demanding more information. Things aren't there yet, but you're not sure how long it'll be before people start asking questions you aren't willing to answer. You wish there was something that could take your mind off of it all. Yet no matter how much you consider spending time with Samantha or Nasser, or even just a joyride for yourself, it all feels hollow. There's nothing stopping you or them from putting a damper on it and sending it all back to square one. So there you sit, staring blankly at a computer screen. Minor digital errands no closer to completion than they were a few hours ago. Your hand hovers over your phone, the urge to call Castle waxing again as it had over the last few days. You resist for now. At best, you wouldn't have anything to report, and at worst, you could interrupt something important. All you can do now is attempt to focus on other things, like you've been trying to do all afternoon. Your phone buzzes. Robotically, you pick it up and bring it to your ear, answering it. Hello. You sound like you just woke up. Rip. Your lethargy vanishes in an instant. Every mental faculty lighting up at once. The blast of lightning crashing across your brain stops you from responding quickly. I got good news. I got eyes on, both of them at least, together. Relief you didn't think possible washing over you. Took 5 weeks of unprecedented chaos and pain, but finally something went right. Thank you. Thank you. How are they looking? Good? Can't see too much from where I am, but it looks to me they're enjoying a Saturday afternoon in the park. Didn't think you could ask for much better. Sweetheart, Jesus, you've no idea how much it means for me to hear that. Not often the bearer of good news. Now I just, You stop short. Castle? There are a few worrying seconds of silence, your heart rate spiking. Sorry. Know that something spooked her for a second? Thought I was spotted. All clear. You think she recognized you? Been a while since you worked together. Publicly, at least. Better safe than sorry. He retorts on instinct. Alright, what's the plan? You gonna talk to them? Not now, not when they're together. Right now I'm just gathering intel. I'll let you know if I make any more headway. Wait, before you go, we get the chance to tell them that I... Save it. No rehearsing either. Alright. Thank you for all this. Oh, don't mention it. Really don't. I'll call if anything happens. What are you doing? Two of you say goodbyes and hang up, and you sink back into your chair. And just like that, an entire day turned around. Hell, the entire week. They're okay. They're in the same place they left for a week ago. And chances are they aren't planning on going anywhere anytime soon. The professional you have faith in is on the scene and already planning everything he needs to. All you have to do is wait and be ready, right? There's one last thing you need to take care of. You get up from your chair and walk over to Nasa's room. Knocking on the door. Yeah? Can I come in? It's important. Sure. He replies with a lot less enthusiasm. You open the door and take a step inside. You haven't been in here for a while. But you remember being a lot cleaner than this? When was the last time you saw that parasol girl? I just got off the phone with a phone of mine. And? He snaps, not turning back from his desk. It's a bit of a shock and a half. It's a bit of a shock, and you have half a mind to demand his respect. But you probably would have acted the same 10 minutes earlier. You saw them. They were okay. He whips around in his chair, suddenly filled with liveliness. Where? The answer escapes your beak before you even realize what might happen if you tell him. I can't. We're in the same boat here. We need to let him handle it. He sinks back into his chair, the wind taken out of his sails. Are they coming back? I hope so. Right now, my priority is making sure they're stable and comfortable, whatever decision they might make. Okay. He whispers out a titanic sigh. How much from relief or how much from frustration? You aren't sure. Thank you. No problem. You exit the room. Whatever Castle has planned, you hope it comes to fruition soon. Jesus. Again, this should have been multiple chapters, my man. I'm taking care of business, and that business involves saying boop, 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 boop. Okay, refocused. Today's the say. Make sure you're available. Today is the day. Racing heart, scattered mind, constant pacing. No mental or physical exercises that could possibly keep you in line. Possibility of a second chance after this is slim, if there's even a single one. Even then, you're not sure if it would matter. Someone would need to drag them down a second time to set everything up when they're more on guard. What would even be the point? Stop. Focus. Think productively, or at least try to. It took another week. But Castle told you the other day that he got a foot through the door using Anon. A foot in the door using Anon, through Anon. He's going to meet with him and Fang and tell them what you need for them to hear. He'll call you right beforehand to keep the conversation fresh in his mind. And then it'll all be up to him. It pains you to put all your eggs in this one basket, but there's not much choice in the matter. All you can do now, for the moment, is wait and get your thoughts properly aligned. You're not sure if you've ever been this anxious in your life. All that time at the academy, prepping for big busts in criminal circles, questionable requests from the government. None of that seems to compare. How could it? Your actions have needlessly put your own flesh and blood in harm's way. Not just her that stands to get hurt. The stakes couldn't be higher. Your phone buzzes. In reality, it could be anyone, but you already know who it is. You answer the phone and your mind blanks on the greeting, your beak wordlessly hanging open. Rip, how are you holding up? Castle asks after a mercifully short silence. You respond with a quiet sigh, conveying that nothing more than any combination of words ever could. Yeah, I get it. Just take it easy. It's only me. Give me everything and I'll give them the good parts, alright? It'll be fine. They're pretty desperate. Yeah, you mutter. leaning against the bare part of one of the walls in your study. Maybe doing this way is for the best. Just start simple. Go through what's been on your mind these last few weeks. Castle will stitch it together, so the order doesn't matter. You need a minute, or are you ready? I'm ready. By the time you consider returning to your chair, you've already slid down the wall onto the floor. Castle stays quiet, and some part of you is glad he can't see you like this. Start simple. I guess I should start with, that I'm sorry. I wish I could have said this sooner, but I didn't understand what was happening until it was too late. I didn't want to understand it. I thought if I kept it going the way I always did, things would go back to normal. They didn't work, and now all this happened. I'm sorry that this is what it took for me to realize what I was doing. You let out a heavy, shaky sigh. That's the easiest part done, right? All the yelling and screaming. Demands. Threats. Well, there's someone. The memory of staring down the barrel of your own gun resurfaces. Oh, so violently. Even with my life on the line, I still didn't get it. I stood back and watched, thinking that was the end of it. That it couldn't possibly get any worse than that. I was wrong. How wrong I was. I'm sorry that this is what it took to finally get through. I let you be a stranger to become a stranger to me. We live in the same home, yet I know you no better than some random person on the street. How could I ever let that happen? That one hurt. That one hurt. God, a lot. I just hope it's not too late for me. That even after everything that happened, you're still willing to give me a second chance. And even if you don't want to come back. You went slumping forward. You would have no one to blame but yourself. Even if you don't want to come back, I still want to help. If you need it. I never forgive myself if something happened to you out there and I could have done something about it. You take a breath. Unexpectedly loud sniffle comes from it. Guess keeping it together is a bit too much to ask. A long silence. You take a moment to think about what you just said. It was a bit vague and meandering. There's a couple of things you simply weren't willing to touch. But it wasn't exactly meant for Castle. She'll hopefully understand. Castle, you ask quietly. There's no immediate response. He's not crying too, is he? Dad? Lucy? Oh no! We were bamboozled. What are the comments? How interesting. Nothing too exciting then there, sorry. We're just gonna be in the next chapter, I guess.